Here we are, March 2nd, 2008. We're here at 412 North Essex, and we're going to take a look here at what's been going on here with the cleanup of the oil tank. This is some of the equipment sitting around in the front here. Come back so you can see a little bit more. Basically, this is a complete pumping unit. If you'll take a look over here, you'll see that water is being pumped out from under the house into this big tank. You can kind of see it there moving around. This tank is about 12 feet tall, and it's because they're digging down like 8 to 10 feet. You've got 4 feet here, you hit water. So in order to keep the whole underside from collapsing in under itself, they've created some kind of situation. And basically here's where it just pumps out of here, and it's been pumping all the way down the street and basically going into the Fremont Avenue sewers or storm drains. And so the idea here is, they have to dig down under the house to pull out all the contaminated dirt. And what you'll see here is this is how far down they've gone now. Now we're talking about 10 feet from here, which is dirt level, as you can see right here where all this was the side yard. There's the that big tree along the side of the house. Looking back, and then down and under. Now, to support the house, what they've done, they put in these helical piers, which you can see they ram a pipe down and then put PVC around it, fill it with cement, and then they have these pieces that actually are holding the foundation up, and they put those all around, and then all this other piping is where they're sucking the water up and over into that other tank that we just saw. So come around here now. Right here used to be that cherry tree that was eaten away, and here's the back of the house, sans screened-in room. And again, to try and get an idea here, is that right here is where we stepped up into the backyard. So now there's the foundation, and this is how far down it goes. And again, it's tough to see, but there's there's a little tractor down from house level down under there. And I guess basically in here is where they dug out the tank. And here's another side here. You can see where these helical piers actually hold up the side of the house. And so all this is where the screened-in room was, and then right over here was the shower. There's the head still there, and then of course the shed back over on that side. And I'm going to just go around behind the other neighbor so you can see from the back. Okay, so here I am looking back over in the direction we just came from, and there's where the shed was. And then we can try and go down in there and see these helical piers and how far below the house has actually been excavated. Right in front of me here actually is the old tank cut up. Here's some other pieces of it. This is where they dumped that. And then they've got the other tank that was at the side of the house just stashed right over here. And then that's the window back behind Mitchell's old room. I'm going to look and see if there's any way to get down there. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see what's going on under the house. Okay, now I can see everything. Okay, so anyway, I've got Alan behind the camera right now. I'm going to go down here. If you want to just take a look and show them where I'm heading to. I'm going to go down and see what we can see in this space, so you can really get an idea of what we're talking about here. And Alan's going to come over and hand me the camera. I'm going to take it down there. Okay, so here he is up there, and I'm going to come on down into here just so you can get a sense of where he is back up from this whole vicinity. And I'm down in the pit, and here I am, basically with the camera at the level of the foundation. So, picture, right here is where, the downspout is, and here's where we're painted to. So this is where the grass and dirt would have been up to. So from there, we're coming down and down, and now that's the bottom part of the foundation, and now I'm down, under now. This is pretty wild. So here I am inside. Oh, this is incredible. There are the shelves in the utility room. There's the piping that was in the corner for the heater, where that big blue heater and everything was. And there is the door leading into the kitchen. And here's where I am underneath the house. So there's the utility room. There's the utility room window. So you can kind of really get an idea of where I am here. I'm amazed. There's the handles that were on the side of the utility sink. And I guess there was the connection where the utility sink was. And there's where the electric was. And here's where there was one cabinet actually taken out, where like all the spaghetti sauce and that kind of crap was. And there's the back door. And basically, let's see here. I mean, now I'm under, there's like the grate for a vent under the house, and it's unbelievable. There's basically on the underside of the house all the wiring and crap. This is what you'd normally be down on your hands and knees, crawling around. And here's some ugly pipes. Can't see anything really here. Here was, I don't know, somewhere is an underground turnoff, probably for the water in the back. And this whole thing is the main drain out of the house. Toilet stuff that comes down and whatever. And here is where the opening was. In the shed, I guess, let's see, would be in the shed here? No, this wouldn't even be the shed. This is just through the crawl space. These are just areas through the crawl space under the house. But right here is the house crawl space, the level underneath. And here is how much further they've dug down. And I know it's tough to get a perspective, but that's what's going on here. I'm going to go over and get over here. Basically, as I come back out here, this is where the shed was, because here's the kitchen window, there's the bathroom window, there's where the shed was, and that's where the entrance to the shed was. And then I'm all the way down here, and you can see and hear possibly in this, it's the water being sucked out. So you have, along all these helical piers, you have this pipe goes all the way down into the ground, and it's sucking out water there, and the water all goes along into this large pipe. Have these things all the way around, and goes all the way back around to that pump, that container and pump in the front. Without that, the space here would be basically a big swimming pool, because you know what's going on. So and there's Alan up there, and anyway, there it is. There's the trees that were behind the screened-in room, and you can see the level. I mean, it's pretty deep in here. So anyway, there it is. You guys get a better sense of what's been going on down here.